Yo, guys, that was a great game. That was a great game. I don't know if any one of you guys online are paying attention to this year's March Madness, but if you haven't, then you guys missed a great game tonight between the Gonzaga Bulldogs and the UCLA Bruins. Right now, it's the final four. Well, now it's the final two because uh tonight the first game of the final four started, but that second game of the final four tonight was a classic game that the basketball world will be talking about for decades. Like I said, between Gonzaga Bulldogs and UCLA Bruins, when that was a tough game where it went to overtime and it almost went to second overtime if it wasn't for that buzzer beater that was shot by the Gonzaga Bulldogs. I mean, this is going woo. And the Gonzaga Bulldogs, it has been undefeated this whole season, and they're about to go to the championship. So think about that. I don't think there has been any uh team in men's college basketball that has been undefeated and won a championship and won a national championship at the same time. Let me check this out. I don't think so, but let me go make sure. Let me go and Google it to see if there has ever been an undefeated. Let me see, undefeated. Let's see, basketball teams. Oh, okay, okay. Hold on. Let me screenshot this shit. What's up, Jersey Hammer? Oh, okay. You didn't cover that spread. Oh, okay, Jersey Hammer. You didn't cover that spread. All right. So according to Google, okay, according to Google, there has been seven undefeated college basketball national champions in the NCAA tournament era. Okay, I thought there was never a undefeated team to win a national championship. Yeah, the Zags going all the way. What the hell's going on, my? All right, there we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. Where it says, okay, the seven undefeated college basketball national champions in the NCAA tournament era. All right. It's, it says Bill Russell and the 1956 San Francisco Dons were the first NCAA Division One men's college basketball team to finish the year undefeated with an NCAA tournament national championship. Oh, okay. Bill Russell. Bill Russell broke a lot of records in this game of basketball. Not only have he won the most NBA championships as a player, but he also led the first college basketball team in Division One's men's basketball to have an undefeated year while winning the NCAA championship. Okay, Over the course of the next 20 seasons, 6 other teams will go on to end the year unblemished, but not one squad has completed the elusive perfect season since Bobby Knight and the Indiana Hoosiers did so in 1976. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I remember that. Okay, Bobby Knight and the Indiana Hoosiers in 1976. The three-point line didn't even make its way into the NCAA tournament until 1987. Damn. And for the record, let me post this link on the chat. This website is from ncaa.com. All right. So Jersey Ham, what you said, Jersey Ham said. So you think this was just a slight let up, and they are going to stomp Baylor? Baylor had the foot on the necks of Houston the entire game. Uh, that's a good question. That's a very good question, Jersey Hammer. Baylor. Well, I think Gonzaga is going to be Baylor in the national championship game, but I don't think. Although I think Gonzaga is going to beat Baylor, I don't think the next game in the national championship was going to be as tough for the Zags as tonight's game was. Tonight's games, the game that Gonzaga played, that was to me, that's their toughest game all year. When you include their regular season and the tournament, this game that they just won is the toughest game that they'll ever play this whole season, even though they'll have one more game left in the season to play. I don't think the championship game is going to be as tough for the Zags as this game was. But I don't think it's going to be at the same time. I don't think it's going to be a blowout game. Yeah, Baylor blew out Houston. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think the game is going to be like between maybe it'll be, in my opinion, a good 8 to 10 point game. Gonzaga will win by between 8 to 10 points. You know what? Let me change that. Between 6 to 10 points. I'll say it's going to be between 6 to 10 point games between Gonzaga and Baylor. But this game that Gonzaga played tonight against UCLA. That was the test, because every great team had got to be tested, and this was the test that Gonzaga that that Gonzaga faced, and they accomplished by beating UCLA. I don't think the championship game is going to be as tough as tonight's game for the Zags. But let me go on to the let me go on and read the article, or continue reading the article. Okay. UCLA is the only team with multiple perfect national championship seasons with 4. Damn. Speaking of UCLA, 5 teams has finished the regular season undefeated since 1976, with the most recent being Wichita State in 2014. Yes. Kentucky in 2015, that's true, and Gonzaga in 2021. 2 of those teams, 1991 UNLV and 2015 Kentucky, lost in the Final Four. Yup. The 1979 Indiana State team, led by Larry Bird, made it to the national championship before its first loss. Yeah. Or that 1979 national championship was against Magic Johnson and the Michigan State Trojans, when Magic Johnson and Michigan State beat Indiana State. Damn. So UCLA, okay, these are the 7 schools in the history of college basketball to have an undefeated season and win a national championship. UCLA won or happened to have 4 undefeated seasons while winning the championship. UCLA is 4 out of these 7 teams. 1955-56 San Francisco team, led by Bill Russell. The 56-57 North Carolina Tar Heels. 63-64 UCLA Bruins 66-67. UCLA Bruins. I think these are the two. I th- Let me see something. I think these are the two teams. I know. I think this is the team. One of these teams, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a member of the 63-64 UCLA and 66-67 UCLA Bruins. I think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played in those two UCLA teams. Now, I know in this one, the 71-72 and the 72-73 UCLA was led by Bill Walton. I know that. It was led by Bill Walton, but I think these two seasons was led by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who at that time went by his government name, Lou Alcindor. Exactly. Who's Andrew? Exactly. He says, that was a game I'm going to tell my kids about in 25 years. Exactly. People are going to speak about this game for a very long time, especially if the Gonzaga Bulldogs win the national championship on Monday. Especially if they win the national championship on Monday. Them deuces going, woo. Yo, they're going to speak about this game for a very long time. This game that we just saw. Well, this game that I just saw, I don't know the rest of you guys. Well, who's Andrew? You've seen it. This game that just aired tonight, that's one of the all-time greatest classics in college basketball. The glorious one. He said, don't sleep on Baylor. Tim's from Gonzaga is going to have a hard time with Baylor's bigs. I got Baylor winning in a close game. Ooh. Yeah, Baylor do got some good bigs, though. Yeah, Baylor do got some good bigs. Yeah. But you know what Coach Mark Few from Gonzaga, the coach for Gonzaga, you know what he's going to do? He's going to make those trick plays where he's going to force Baylor to switch up and have Tim's post up on an undersized player. That's what he was doing all night long tonight against UCLA. Because yeah, so a lot. So what you're going to see on Monday is the same thing. A lot of mismatched possessions in which Tim's going to be in the paint with an undersized player and score the easy basket. You know, yeah, because those bigs from Baylor, they nice. Yeah, damn. Okay, so the Gonzaga Bulldogs might be the eighth men's college basketball team to have an undefeated record and win a championship. That is, if they win on Monday. If the Gonzaga Bulldogs win the national championship this Monday, they'll be the eighth team in the NCAA to have an undefeated record and at the same time win a national championship. The eighth team in college basketball and the eighth team in NCAA men's college basketball. That is if Gonzaga wins this game on Monday. The Glorious one said true, but Tim's was in foul trouble too. Yeah, he was in foul trouble. Yeah, he was in foul trouble, but he handled that well though. He played real smart. He played real smart. If I'll say this, Glorious one, I'll say this. If Baylor is able to get Tim's, if Baylor is able to get Tim's to foul out, Baylor gonna win the game. If Baylor can get Tim's to foul out, Baylor's gonna win the game. But the thing is that Baylor is going to have to get Tim's to foul out within the final 6 to 7 minutes of the second half. No, excuse me, before the final 67 minutes of the second half. If Baylor can get Tims to foul out before the final 6 minutes of the second half, then Baylor's going to win the game. That means that Baylor is going to have to put Tims in foul trouble ever since the beginning of the game. Baylor's going to have to get Tims to have foul trouble from the very beginning of this game. If not, then I'll say Gonzaga is going to win the game. Because Mark Few has so much smart strategies when it comes to his plays. And how quick he's able to get a man open from these screens. Tims, the type of screens that he posts, right? He will create like very quick screens that would have him open like that in the snap of a finger. And once he's open, he got the ball in his hand, you see him right in the paint, scoring the basket. And that was what UCLA was trying to do. UCLA was trying to get Tims to foul out, but they couldn't. If UCLA was able to get Tims to foul out before overtime, UCLA would have won that game. UCLA would have won if they was able to get Tims to foul out. If Tims is still on the court, Gonzaga going to win the game. You have to get Tims to foul out. I think that's the only way you'll beat Gonzaga. Get him to foul out, and you'll beat him. If he's not fouled out, you're going to lose. Let me continue reading this. Okay, back to the article. When it comes to the 7 undefeated college basketball teams to win a national championship, 1976 Indiana Hoosiers. All right. 1973 UCLA Bruins. Yeah, just like I said, that 1973 UCLA Bruins was led by Bill Walton. There he is right there. It was Bill Walton and also, what's this guy's name? What's that guy name who also played in college with Bill Walton? Dang, I forgot this guy's name. He ended up playing for the Lakers and had that set shot. Okay, 72 Bruins. Yep, 67 UCLA Bruins with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who at that time was Lou Alcindor. Yep. Okay, 64 Bruins. 1957 North Carolina Tar Heels. What's going on, Deshaun? What's going on? Deshaun said, salute to Wacky World of OTV in chat. Yeah, salute back to you, bro. Yeah, Zags versus UCLA is a classic. What a game and yeah, exactly. From beginning to end, that game was something else, man. And the way it ended, that lets you know it's a classic based on the way it ended, because that game almost went to double overtime. If it wasn't for that buzzer beater, that Suge shot, it would have went to double overtime. It probably would have been a triple overtime game if Suge didn't make that buzzer beater shot from just inside half court. Suge's from Gonzaga. He made that a buzzer beater shot from just inside half court so Gonzaga could win that game. It probably would have been to triple overtime. What's up? SP123 said, I got Gonzaga taking the chip. Yeah, I got Gonzaga taking the chip too. Yo, that was one hell of a game. Shoot, while a lot of you Negroes were so focused on this online drama in the manosphere, I was watching the game. Nah, I'm just playing. I was paying attention to both. Don't get me wrong. I was paying attention to that online drama too. But fuck that. Afterwards, I said, fuck it. Let me watch this game. You know. But that was a great game. Anyhow, let me remove this article. I just wanted to drop by, make a little short video, and just give my opinions about this great game that I just witnessed tonight. That was so exciting. Yo, but you guys have a good night. All right, peace.